Here is our theme song for a really great podcast. I'm Billy Montana and I co-host Finding My Voice, from the yucky to the funny with Kristen Toepfer. Kristen was a model and walked at New York Fashion Week. And suddenly she fell ill and had a hemorrhagic stroke. She couldn't talk for 2 years. She would watch the birds in her backyard. Doctor said she wouldn't make it. Her major victory was walking from her front door to a mailbox. Now she can walk 3 miles. She's a miracle. She's resilient and a tough Jersey girl. She is the voice of the voiceless. She has a book coming out called Finding My Voice. She is a stroke and aphasia advocate. Take a listen to this informative and real fun show.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Kristen Toepfer podcast, stroke and aphasia advocate, from the funny to the yucky, no holding back. How's it going, Kristen?
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Awesome. You look great.
Thank you.
So this is our second episode, and what we want to do is we want to talk about aphasia today. The focus is going to be on aphasia. So tell us a little bit about aphasia for people that don't know what aphasia is.
Aphasia is a brain disorder, and basically it prevents you to, it's a communication. It prevents you from communication with someone else. And it also, people don't realize that it also affects numbers and hearing, along with speaking. And there's time, that's me too. And there's other things too. It's not just speaking.
So how did you recover, or how are you dealing with aphasia now? Like, how did you overcome the point where you couldn't talk to now you can?
It's also hard work. Well, now, since it's hot, I'm finding it harder to be. It's harder to find words, and it's harder to find talking, typing. It's, if other people, for me, it's hard when it's hot.
So when the weather is warmer, it affects the aphasia.
Everything for me, it's hot.
Yes.
If I don't sleep, forget it. I'm not functional.
So
More than usual.
So is it the heat that causes you not to be able to sleep, and is it the lack of sleep, or is it the heat?
I don't know. Both.
Both? Okay. But what happened to you when you were able to, like, when you couldn't talk and then you started to talk? Is it because you went to therapy, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So what kind of therapy do they offer you to help you, that you've been able to overcome a lot of this, and you've been able to talk, and you've been able to model and stuff like that?
They help you in the beginning. They help you sound out numbers, like and then all the basics, just the very basics, just like kids toddler, everybody, the long younger kids, you're learning how to talk from the beginning. Little, yes, you're learning how to talk from the first time, like right
Okay.
from the beginning.
Question for you. So if I'm sitting there and to me everything is natural, right? So if I sit there and say car, I know what a car is. So is this like starting over from scratch, like almost like a baby, like where you have to learn what a car is again? Or like if somebody said to you, hey, let's get in the car, did you know what they were talking about?
Well, if I would just be like, um, the wheels. I would like, well, my husband knows now, like everything all right, he'll know like what I'm trying to say. I'll be like, let's go in the wheels. Like he'll know, all right, he knows that I'm trying to say car
Right,
or
right.
just,
So basically, it's like starting all over again. You have to learn how to speak again, but you also have to learn what certain words mean. Like you have to like reintroduce yourself to things that you knew your whole life, whether it's a car or a train or a plane, anything like that. You had to learn all that stuff all over again, right? You had to have those associations in your head.
right,
Yeah,
associations.
yeah,
Or you just make the stuff up.
right. So
And learning a new language, I guess.
yeah, it's like learning, it's starting over. Yeah. So you able to speak fluent Spanish now? Not yet.
Might be easier.
All right. Uh, so they start off with therapy and they teach you associations. And how do they do that? Do they do that with like a picture of a car and then say car and then have you
Hmm.
pronounce the word?
Yes.
Okay. And then they sit there and they do what after that? Do they sit there and like just help you sound out the syllables and the sounds of how to pronounce the word?
Hmm.
Okay. So how long did that take you that you could start speaking in like sentences again and communicating properly? Like, was it how long of a therapy was it? Was it 2 years, 3 years? Like, how long?
Well, when I started the first time, it was easy.
Hmm.
But then when I had the first surgery, it was easy. And then I had the first, no, the second brain surgery. That's when I had to start all over again, like from scratch. And then the weird part is when I had the second, the third surgery, I kept coming back with different letters. Like one day when this I would go come from W's were bad and then R's were bad. Like each time was like it would just it was weird.
Yeah, no, that takes that's a lot of work, and I'm sure it could be very frustrating for you. But what I want to ask you is, did you forget moments of your life, or like did that have to come back too?
And I don't remember the the one runway show
Okay,
at all. Probably that and well vaguely I do because I had pictures.
right,
I don't remember the actual pretty much the month before that. I don't remember not much, probably much the recovery because I kept going in and out of surgeries,
right,
and my short-term memory is kind of because of a lot of the drugs I was on and so much anesthesia and
Right.
My brain probably protected me from a lot.
Yeah, I would imagine that. So when you had this and you weren't able to talk, like your memories, were they just pictures or like, because if I think of a memory, I think of a time, but I also like will remember like maybe a conversation and I could, so with you, was your memories just pictures in your mind more than they were because you didn't have the words in there to fill in?
I can talk to myself.
Right. But you just, so you could, it was just a matter of pronouncing the words and getting the words out of your mouth
Right.
properly and relearning. Okay. So when you say you talk to yourself, did you talk to yourself like me and you were
In my head.
like me and you were talking?
When I could talk in, like, I didn't have, I could say it right in my head. I
You
just
say it right.
couldn't
Okay.
say it out
Out loud.
loud.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that. I think it's important that we let the audience know that the things that you go through because it's very difficult. So, and it's a very long time. So how long did it take from the time when you couldn't talk, starting with therapy, to the time that you were able to get sentences out?
I don't know time.
So would you think it was like a year? You don't know. What kind of therapies did they offer you? So you said that one, they helped you with speech therapy. Um, how about like physical therapy and even reading?
Physical therapy and occupational therapy, because in the beginning, this my arm was just like this. Like,
Okay.
I couldn't move this at all. Well, in the beginning, this right, right, left. I keep getting them confused. But I was completely paralyzed on the other side, the right. But
Which arm were you completely paralyzed with?
I was both paralyzed on both sides when I came out of the coma,
Okay.
like both sides. But then I got better on the good side, but the stroke side was bad for a while, a long time.
Which is the side that was bad? Hold up the arm that where it was bad.
This is my stroke. This is my stroke side.
Okay, that's your right.
Yes,
Yeah, so your right arm. Okay.
but I'm doing better, a lot better.
Yeah.
It's numb, but it's better.
Yeah. And so physical therapy helped you with that.
Yes,
So what kind of
very
exercises did you do for physical therapy?
balance stuff is very good.
And how did
Um,
they do that? Did they have you like, how did they help you with balance? What kind of exercise did you do for balance?
and like a board, you go back and forth like a teeter totter.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, Basically, just I don't know, balance things like going, just that, doing things on shifting,
Shifting. So side to side type stuff.
right? And then while walking, pushing back and forth, because balance is like everything, kind
Right.
of.
Yeah.
You know, I have a very expensive head. Don't want, you don't want to mess with that.
Yes, I know. Okay. I don't know, but I know from what you tell me. All right. So now that's basically what they work with you on. Physical therapy is a lot of balance stuff. Anything else? Like, was there any other kind of things that they would do, like any kind of lifting weights or trying to, like, you know,
Or my it's my my leg is and my ankle is very weak, so I have to on my leg um, because atrophied. This side was atrophied because I wasn't using it for a while. So this whole side had to work hard because it was atrophied muscle. So, and then OT does my arm because this, my fingers were just numb. So I had to keep trying to get each finger to start moving. I'm
okay.
still working on my pinch.
Do they
And
take,
the arm, with this just you have to work on each. I had I had to essentially teach my joint and arm to move again. My brain had to teach my body to move again.
right.
Each little thing,
Okay.
because my brain didn't know anymore.
Yeah. And that's important to let people know that this is a very long and tedious process, but you got to do it. So now tell me about, so they gave you speech therapy and tried to get you get associations back and speak again with your volume and everything else. Then they did physical therapy where you had to do a whole bunch of different things for balance and teaching your mind how to do certain things again, right? And then so you had the physical therapy, which
Mm-hmm.
which included balance, teaching your mind how to control your hands, right? And did they have you do any weight training?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you did
It's,
some weight training.
everything had to be built up again. My body is two different people because it's nothing is the same. There's no similar, nothing is, it's two, my body looks like two different people
Right.
because I don't know how to explain it.
And how often do you go to physical therapy now? Do you something that you do every day or a couple times a week or
They're my, they're my angels. I go into Pakistan hospital and they taught me how to speak again and walk and talk. I said that. But anyway, and every time I have to go back and start over again. And I still go and they help me. Because every
how,
time I have a bad seizure, I gotta start over again.
how
Not
often do
all,
you go?
but um, I I still go um, when I go to their gym now because I can't go by myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to go every day.
Oh, good. Do you have anything at home that you do at home each day?
Um, when I first started, I would buy everything they had, and I would work on it by myself, just to keep reproving myself.
Yeah, and I bet that helped a
I
lot.
made my own rehab at home.
Yeah, well, that's important, right? Because the more you work on things, the better you get at it. So I'm sure
Right.
that sped things up for you.
I'm just that stubborn to not give up, and I just kept going.
Well, good. That's what makes you you, right? That stubbornness has gotten you through
Yep.
all this. Yeah. That inner fight, that inner drive.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah. Okay, so what about reading? How did they help you at reading?
Reading it's hard because you're just so tired and not fatigued, I should say. Um, what what people don't understand is with aphasia, when I'm looking at a number, when we're looking at, well, I also like when the time, I use books, little books. Um, I do cursive, even though you gotta start from the basics, even though nobody uses cursive anymore.
I do.
I use dot. I do dot to dot, and then I color it.
Oh, great.
What are we talking about again? Math. And I was using it for what were you, example?
So it's basically like going back to school again, right? Like you have to learn
Yeah.
math all over again and numbers and
Oh,
reading.
we're talking about numbers. If you ask me to point at a number, I might point at a different one. Like I see 4, but I'll say 7.
Ah,
It sucks. And then it could do the same thing with letters. So
so
that's
letters get
frustrating.
mixed up for you too, right? How do they teach you how to read? Like, because when you look at stuff, do you remember like words, or is it all kind of you had to relearn how to read from the beginning?
You have to re relearn it.
Well,
Start with the and just go along. Start with baby books.
yeah. So people really do not understand what a journey this has been for you and what you had to overcome to get to the point where you are right now.
My first one book that I completed was those goodbye noon, or what was it? Goodbye. It was one of those like little books that like baby books. That's where I started.
Well, hey,
My nephew helped me.
that's great. And you got a great nephew from what you tell me. So your nephew's going to help you write a book, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's great because people really need to know what this is about and what you go through. And it's not easy and it's very frustrating. It's very time consuming and it's like so much work just to get back to being able to talk to people and to communicate properly and everything else. So, these kind of things, you have to just realize that it's not an easy thing. So for people out there who don't know or are new to this, they need to understand that this is what happens. They're not alone in this. They know that they don't know, but they should know that this is a journey and it takes time and it takes effort and you got to fight through all this stuff. And so many times it could just be like frustrating that you don't want to try anymore. Have you ever gotten to a point where you didn't want to try anymore?
Yes. And then I'll just might cry it out a little bit and then keep going. If you get frustrated, you just start in the morning And then what I did was I never stayed in bed. I always got up and went downstairs and just get on with the day. If all I did was walk to the mailbox, I did it. That was my goal for the day, and that's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Baby steps, one step at a time, right? One day at a
Mhm.
time. Were there any time that you thought that you were wasting your time, that you thought that you were not going to get any better?
Um, well, I knew I wasn't gonna get better, but thought I knew it was gonna get. I didn't know how bad it was going to get, so
Mhm.
I was kept going, so I didn't have to be that bad. I guess I'd say it.
So when you
I
go,
didn't want to end up in a wheelchair, so that's how.
so that was your motivation. The motivation was you didn't want to end up in a,
Right.
okay. So people that are experiencing what you've experienced, they should find little motivations to keep them going, whether it's like you and wanting to be able to walk and not be in a wheelchair, or it could be something else, right? Like they want to be able to maybe go on vacation or go someplace, and they can't do that if they're in that situation, right?
Mhm.
So frustration is a very big part of this, but also um, when you go to when you go to therapy, is it something that you look forward to? Is it something that's like, oh God, I got to go to therapy today. I don't want to go. I don't feel like it.
Um, I had great therapists. Even when I was in rehab, in internal rehab, I had great therapists. And I had a good, really great therapist, and I've seen all of them. So if I didn't like the therapist, I wouldn't have gone. And that's the truth.
Right.
Because then you didn't want, if you didn't, if you don't want to be there, you're not gonna get anything done.
Right.
If you
So
don't like what you're doing, then you're gonna waste your time.
for you, was it, um, did you feel enthusiastic, or you just felt like, I don't want to do it? And then when you were there, were you engaged, or were you bored, or what kind of things that you experienced when you were actually in therapy?
Um, I told them, I was like, if you're bored, just beat on me.
So there were
I said,
times that,
give me more. I want to do more.
did you ever get bored?
No, because I want to do more. If I'm bored, then yes. If I'm bored, then I won't do it. So they made it harder for me.
Okay. But then making it harder for you actually helped you improve.
Exactly.
Right. You know, the podcast is titled From the Funny to the Yucky, No Holding Back. So, with aphasia and your therapy that you've been through, tell me something that has been funny.
Honey, so when I finally got on the internet, I wanted to look at Amazon because who doesn't? So I started to buy things for my therapy room. And since I didn't know numbers, I was like, oh, this is $2. And I was like, oh man, this is $2 too. Oh my God, this is $2 too. So I started buying all this stuff, and it was all $2.
That's crazy, huh?
Now everything's $50.
So everything, and so all these things that you thought were $2 were not $2. They were like $50.
No.
Well,
But for real, everything now is $50.
so everything was $50,
Yeah.
and you thought it was $2.
No, now it's $50.
Oh, so it was $2 when you first started
Yeah.
off?
Now it's $50. Every time I tell my husband, I'm like, oh, but it's $50.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right, so what about the yucky? Give me a yucky experience from your therapy.
Um, well, when I couldn't spell or anything, so if I went to the bathroom, I didn't know if I was going into the men's or the women's room. So I've gone in the men's room. I used to go in the men's room a couple of times. So that was kind of yucky. But especially if I had my helmet on.
Wow. Did you have anybody run out of the bathroom when you walked in?
Like, what is she doing?
Yeah, that's funny. All right. And I guess that's kind of yucky. So one other thing that we need to talk about as far as therapy goes is occupational therapy. So what is the occupational therapy?
And the occupational therapy is for that I had it was for my wrist. And that's when you start, well, mine was, like my, I don't know if you see a lot of people that stroke and their arm is stuck like this and like this.
Right.
So that's your arm. Like you have to start working it here, and then you have to start working it here all the way down because your shoulder is stuck. Like everything is stuck, and then it's called spasticity when you start working it, and then you're like this, like it just stuck. Um, Rigid movements,
Right.
like it's a whole it's a whole painful thing. It's a whole journey. It's a whole journey you have to go through, and sometimes it takes years and years to make it through. Go through the um, process. I mean, I just beat crap out of myself just to make it. Like I'll just every when we're just sitting here, I just was still doing it. I just keep
Yeah.
going like this over and over all day, just to keep it moving.
So I have something that I came up with that I've watched on YouTube, and it's a smoothie that will help people keep their arteries clean, which will help them and help them prevent them from getting a stroke, a heart attack. And then, so for the people out there who have not had a stroke, this will help you prevent a stroke. And if you've had one, it'll help you keep your arteries clean, and it's very healthy for you. It's got anti-inflammatories in there, purifies your blood. So here it is. So get a smoothie. Here's the ingredients. The ingredients are 1 inch of turmeric root, 1 clove of fresh garlic, 1 apple cut up, and then we want to put in extra virgin olive oil, a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, 1/2 of a lemon squeezed juice. Then take a dash of cayenne pepper, as well as a pinch of ground pepper. Put that in a blender with half a cup of water and put it in a high-speed blender, blend it, and then drink it. Now, a lot of people are going to say, ooh, that's gross, clove of garlic. It's not that bad. I've had it. It's very good. And I feel the difference in my body. So give it a shot. It'll help you, seriously help you. Because that's what this whole platform is about. It's like we don't want to have strokes. So if we could prevent it by what we eat and stay away from high sodium foods. So always kind of check your sodium content as well. And also check your blood pressure. Now you could go online and you can get blood pressure cuffs. Do you have a blood pressure cuff?
Mm-hmm. Now I do.
How often do you take your blood pressure?
And the little finger thing that
That's
has your pulse.
pulse and oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how often do you do your blood pressure every day? Twice, 3 times?
And when I start getting lightheaded or dizzy,
Yeah. What's your blood pressure normally now that you've had the stroke and stuff? What is your normal blood pressure at this point?
now they took me off 2 pills a day. One day, two, and well, now it's down to like 130 over 80. It's good.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I have a blood pressure cuff too. So it's important because you don't feel it. There are times when your blood pressure is very high and you really don't even feel it. You don't know.
It's too late when you start feeling it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So people need to be aware. So get your blood pressure cuff, check your sodium level each day, what you're eating, and try to put healthy things in your body. Like turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, and garlic is very good for your heart, your blood sugar, extra virgin olive oil. More and more people are taking a shot of that or just taking like a teaspoon every morning before they eat anything because it does so many great things for your organs and your blood. So guys gotta it's knowledge, the whole thing is knowledge. Like the more knowledge you have about something, the more control you're in, and then you control your luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So have you changed your eating habits?
Yes.
Do you go to McDonald's every day?
No. I don't have a car.
Oh, so you don't DoorDash it?
Yes.
No, so what's your diet like now?
I've changed white to wheat, whole grain,
Mm-hmm.
more vegetables,
More vegetables. Yep, that's
fruits.
a good one. More fruits. Yep. What kind of fruit
No
do you like?
boring things.
You know what?
I said more boring things.
Yeah. So what do you normally like? What kind of fruits do you like to eat now?
Pretty much. I eat like a kindergarten. Um, everything's plain. I order off the kids' meals pretty much
Oh
everywhere
yeah.
I go.
Well, that's good. You look great.
Thanks.
You probably look better now than you've looked since it's all happened. And that's a good sign. That means that things are going well, you're improving, and everything's great. You've been modeling again?
Yeah, I, I can see you in September,
Yeah,
hopefully
that'd be
before.
awesome.
I
I'll
know.
be there. New York Fashion Week 2023. Here comes Kristen.
I have to
Well,
start practicing.
yeah. Is there anything else you have to say to people that might be going through this before we close out?
Uh, if you can start, you can um, join the face groups, the stroke ones. You just can't. It gets overwhelmed. And when I first started, it is overwhelming, but it could help. I just when I couldn't really read good or type, but it's you could just kind of be there and you could I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, also too, we have your website that's out. It's
Oh yeah.
KristenToepfer.com. And we are also going to be on all streaming platforms for this podcast. So check it out, and always please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And we will be doing a podcast once a month, and it will stay up there so you could watch previous episodes, and hopefully some good will come out of it. And thank you, Kristen, for sharing your story. You are a great success story, and it's so inspirational that you are out there right now, going through this journey and trying to help others and be the advocate that you are. And you are truly saving lives now. So,
Thank you.
well, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.